Does CJC-Ipamorelin cause weight gain? Now, in this video, I'm going to deconstruct why it may cause weight gain, and I'll show you what happens with fluid retention. It might not be a bad thing, but I'm going to show you what some of the mechanisms of action that you can find and how you can circumvent this. So first of all, if you think of CJC, we're working on the growth hormone pathways. It's a peptide that just gives your pituitary gland just a little bit of a pulse so you can activate your body's growth hormone. Ipamorelin works more as a somatostatin inhibitor. Somatostatin is the molecule in your body. It's the hormone that turns off the release of growth hormone. If you're releasing growth hormone all the time, you would just be massive. And so if you're concerned about why CJC may cause weight gain, stick around because in this video, I'll deconstruct it. So I'm Regan Archibald, founder of Ageless Future. One of the things that I love is meeting each one of you. And so we hold these special events, these longevity health summits in the office in Utah. We do that every single month. We even have virtual access. So if you'd like to gain access to some of these events, join the community on a deeper level, all you need to do is go to agelessfuture.com, find the events page, and get signed up. So I'll see you there. Okay, let's go back into why CJC could cause weight gain. Well, there's two different reasons. Number one is when you start adding growth hormone, there's several things that can happen. First of all, growth hormone can cause more sodium retention in your body. Now, if you've ever eaten like a big thing of popcorn, maybe you went to the movies and you got, I don't even know what the butter stuff is they put on it, but please avoid the seed oils like that. But what happens is this growth hormone causes sodium retention, just like that big thing of popcorn. And then that sodium retention, what happens is it expands the extracellular fluid. That's why when you have too much sodium, your hands feel really stiff, your blood pressure can go higher because it's harder for blood to move throughout your body. And that can be a problem because it also increases muscle glycogen storage. And what glycogen does is glycogen grabs water and grabs it and pulls it into this extracellular space. So this is where some of the weight gain can happen. This is where we talk about low and slow. Now, CJC-1295 Ipamorelin is not an FDA-approved molecule. Make sure if you are using this, you're using it through a licensed clinician, a medical provider who is prescribing it through a 503A, 503B compounding pharmacy. Otherwise, you may be causing more than just water retention. But the second reason why you can gain weight, and this is actually the good reason, is because of the lean muscle mass. So on the sodium retention side and the water and the glycogen, that happens to a small subset of people. This is where you want to go low and slow. You just want to give your growth hormone a pulse and then add in the lifestyle things that really aid in that peptide. This is where I look at CJC-1295 Ipamorelin. I see this as just this unique combination where you can even use them at separate times. You can use Ipamorelin at night, CJC in the morning, and then you get two different pulses of growth hormone where when you go to do your workout, now your workout is activated because you've got that little flushing that can come from CJC. But now you can use that flushing, which feels kind of like energy. Your heart can start beating a little more rapid. So full disclosure on this one, do not use this unless you're working with somebody one-on-one. This is not a Home Depot project on this peptide. But if you can do it at the right time, you get in the gym and you have great energy, so you want to push yourself harder. That second thing, when you go to get the lean muscle mass activation, you think of growth hormone and it's going to help your joints feel better, heal up. You're going to heal your connective tissue faster. You're going to be able to build more muscle. So if you are building muscle and you're gaining weight, that's the goal. We want you to have three organ systems are so critical when it comes to your future. Your brain, your heart or cardiovascular system, and your muscle. And so CJC hits all of those. The way it works on the brain is by activating BDNF. So anytime you have adequate levels of IGF-1 circulating in your body, now IGF-1 turns on the genes so you get better neuroplasticity, your brain functions better, you'll feel sharper, and you'll be able to maintain that level of crispness, that clarity that you want in your brain. If you're working out, you'll recover faster, you'll have less degeneration in the knees, in the other joints in your body. So it's protecting the muscle, and that's where some of that weight gain can come. And then from a cardiovascular perspective, one of the best things that growth hormone does is it calms down the oxidative burden, the oxidative stress that builds up and starts to cause arterial stiffness. Now you can get that growth hormone so you stay youthful, you stay vibrant, and you stay vital. So what can you do? So how can you avoid this? Because, we don't want the sodium retention. So females and males, believe it or not, the biology is totally different. And I may have offended some people who are, they, them, or whatever that is. But really what we look at is at different parts of your cycle, you may be more prone to fluid retention. You think right before your menstrual cycle, I've never experienced one, but I do have a daughter. I have 3 sisters who I love and are amazing. I have a phenomenal mom. I have grandmothers. I have my wife and my daughter, so I know what it's like, but you can retain fluid and you can put on 2 or 3 pounds just before you menstruate and sometimes during it. That may not be the best time if you do retain fluid already. This is a good time to cycle off of the CJC. If you're a dude and you have high blood pressure, you want to be checking your blood pressure all the time because that high blood pressure, it can crush your kidneys. And it's so easy to check your blood pressure. And if you're getting sodium retention, you're getting this extracellular pressure, then you really want to circumvent that by adding in more potassium. One of the things you can do is, first of all, to get more potassium is eat beet greens. And yes, they're very bitter. They have this pungent flavor. Oddly enough, my dogs I have 2 poodles. They're very well cared for, thanks to my wife, but we have these poodles and they love beet greens. Go figure. But beet greens are loaded with potassium. Potassium can help stabilize that sodium retention somewhat. But if you do have high blood pressure, work with your doctor on this once again, but this may be a good time to start considering adding in more potassium at least and get your blood pressure down before CJC is appropriate for you or any other growth hormone secretagogue. The other thing you want to look at is if your appetite gets too elevated. So if you're somebody who you love eating, CJC-1295 can increase your appetite. When you're using Ipamorelin, it does work on the ghrelin pathway, so it calms down that appetite. It doesn't suppress the appetite necessarily, but you don't have that same kind of gnawing hunger that you did when you were a kid. So use that together. The other thing you may want to consider is if you're looking to lose weight and you're worried about this causing weight gain, we find that some of that sodium retention is temporary while your body's getting used to having more growth hormone in circulation. That fluid retention can go away. But once again, if you have high blood pressure, if you have immune triggers, while CJC does activate the thymus gland, it helps with the entire immune system, better white blood cell production and health. Well, then the thing you want to do is just start slow. Slower doses, customize it, work with your doctor. You can find some amazing things once you customize the medicine. And I think this is where medicine is going today, where Big Pharma has tried to suppress any kind of compounding pharmacies who are doing unique things with these novel peptides. But hopefully in the future, we will become more and more advanced so that we can start understanding how to best utilize CJC, Ipamorelin, based on what your labs look like, based on your medical history. With this AI interface and the deep diagnostics, I'm so excited about the future. I hope you are too. If you're somebody who's worried about gaining weight on CJC Ipamorelin or gaining weight at all and you're trying to lose weight, there's some other options that can be transformative from a body composition perspective. If you want to go deeper on those, all you need to do is go to agelessfuture.com, get your blood labs ran. My team will take phenomenal care of you, and I appreciate you being on the channel. Thanks for being part of this community. I'm Regan Archibald. I'll see you on the next video.